Get his book out now.
You need to make audio, man. Let me tell you about the airlift, how the airlift work, man. The airlift is the plane when they take you on the plane. First of all, just so y'all understand, in my 26 years of being in prison, there were so many young brothers that I met that have not ever been on a plane until the federal marshals put them on a plane to transfer them to another prison. Did you hear what I said? The first time they was ever on a plane was when the federal marshals put them on a plane to take them through Oklahoma, to take them to wherever they're going to take them across country. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how much more crazy could you get than that? You know what I mean? Not saying nothing bad about them, but the point is, the first time they put you on the plane, could you imagine the first time you going on a plane and they handcuffing you? You understand what I'm saying? And chaining your wrists to your waist. You understand? And then putting shackles on your feet. And then put you on a plane sitting right next to another man where now you can't move, you stuck like this. So your only thoughts is, if this plane is going down and it's going to crash, I can't even swim to get away. I can't even grab my flotation cushion. They don't even tell you what to do in case the plane go down. If the plane go down, the marshals got orders to jump off the plane and leave all the inmates on the plane. That's the law. Did you hear what I just said? If the plane is going down for whatever reason, their job is to save themselves and each other and let us go down with the plane because we are prisoners. And that's the first time a lot of brothers get on the plane. You know what I mean? Handcuffed and shackled. You know, that movie Con Air, when I saw Con Air, that joint was so accurate. I suggest all y'all watch Con Air with Nicolas Cage when he got on the plane and how they bring him on. That's just the way it is, except it seats on the plane like a regular, you know, private plane or like American airline and all that, because those airplanes, so you know, the airplanes they used to transport us in the feds was all taken from drug dealers in the 70s and 80s. All those big 747s that they was taking from Escobar and, you know, the Cali cartel and the Medellin cartel, they took them joints and put seats in them and used those as what they call Airbus. That's the Airbus. You understand what I'm saying? So don't say I didn't tell you, man. So imagine being handcuffed and shackled on a plane for your first ride, much less, or for any ride. But I did that a number of times. When I went across, in 2010, where was it, 2010, 2010, yeah, 2010, when I was on my way to Coleman, Florida, from Atwater, California, they flew over the Gulf Coast. That's when the Hess oil rig exploded in the Gulf Coast and the oil started killing everything and the whole thing was black. I was blessed to see the Atlantic all black from the oil while I was traveling on a plane, handcuffed and shackled, looking out the window, thinking if this shit go down in the oil, a nigga ass dead. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. I'm just giving it to you 100, man. But like I said, those Airbuses ain't nothing nice. Like when I went through Oklahoma, I think I mentioned to y'all before, you go through Oklahoma, and the further you go out west, the more racist they be, and openly racist. I mean, I'm in Oklahoma. You know, come on, black people, East Coast, New York, you know what I mean? Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Boston, Connecticut. You know, when you hear Oklahoma, you think of the cowboy movies. But that's sure enough what they is. They wearing spurs and everything out there, chewing tobacco. The women chewing tobacco. They walk around with a little water bottle. They spitting tobacco in it. So they walk around with a big thing of spit. You know what I mean? And now I'm going to tell you some disgusting crap that goes on. Now, these police, and this is just to let you know how it is in the prison so the youth know, don't go try and get caught up in that. These police, they walk around, they chewing tobacco, right? And they chewing sunflower seeds with this tobacco. And they chewing it. And they walking around with a water bottle. And then they spitting the tobacco, you know what I mean? And with the sunflower seeds and everything into this water bottle. So they got a water bottle of slime. You know what I mean? With the chewed up tobacco and the sunflower seeds and the spit from them all day. Spitting it. I mean, this much slime in the bottle. Pay attention to what I'm saying. I don't even have to show you a video of this. I know you can see this. They got this much slime with spit and that chewing tobacco and the sunflower seeds. Now, do you know when they're done with that, being that they took the tobacco out the prison system, when they're done with that and they throw that bottle in the garbage, do you know that inmates go get that bottle, take that spit with the slime, you understand? Put a t-shirt over a bowl, nine times out of 10, the bowl they eat out of. And they pour it in there to try and separate the spit from the tobacco. Then when they get the tobacco, they take the tobacco and they put it in a microwave. And they think that that's killing the germs. So they're trying to dry out the spit from the saliva being in the bottle in the microwave. And then they playing in another man's spit, man. So you young people want to go to jail and talk about, oh, you know, you smoke cigarettes, you got to have a cigarette. Ain't no more buying cigarettes in there. This is what you got to do to smoke. You got to go buy the tobacco, the chewing tobacco from somebody that was spitting it out. You understand what I'm saying? And playing in this man's spit. And then they roll it up in a little piece of toilet paper wrapper or a sheet of Bible paper. Because they smoke Bible paper because it's thin like rolling paper. You know, like wax paper. They sit there, roll it up, and they sell it for $5 for a joint. The joint is no bigger than a dust joint back in the days. A joint, I mean, this is the cigarettes they selling with this chewed up spit that they wrestled through, put it in the microwave. You understand what I'm saying? Put it in the microwave, dried it out, rolled it up, and they smoking it, man. Smoking another man's spit, playing in another man's spit. You want to go in prison to be subject to this? You do that. Could you imagine? Listen, I'm in the prison, and anybody that been to the federal prison would tell you that what I'm telling is facts. I just tell you the things that y'all take for granted, and sometimes they took for granted because they tried to forget it. But I'm trying to deter you from going there to let you know. So all y'all with your nicotine habit, because I love to smoke my Black and Mild, but I'll be damn I smoke another nigga spit. You know what I mean? But the police would sit there, they chewing tobacco, and while they walking around chewing tobacco, you got 5 and 10 dudes walking behind that police, waiting on him to spit out a glob of tobacco so they can pick it up, run back to the unit, you know, cipher it out, you know what I mean? To get the spit out of it, to dry it out, to put it in the microwave so they can roll it up and either smoke it, you know what I mean, or sell it to go get a couple of stamps. Did you hear what I said? You got 5 and 10 dudes walking behind a police officer that's chewing tobacco, waiting for him to spit out the tobacco on the floor with the film that he's spitting on the ground, man. And then they go pick it up, put it in the glove, bring it back, and then they try and clean it out and put it in the microwave and dry it out, and then they sit there and smoke this man's spit with TB, tuberculosis, and every goddamn other colosis that officer got in his body. You know what I mean? But in Oklahoma, they used to get them big water bottles. You know, the water bottles full because they didn't really know what was going on in Oklahoma. That dudes was actually stooping to this degree. So when the police done, they just take their water bottle, you know, with all they spit and slime and, you know, chewing tobacco in it and throw it in the garbage. So when the inmates see them throw it in the garbage, they ready to kill each other to get that bottle of spit. Because that bottle of spit, they might make $400 or $500, $1,000 off it. By the time they play in it, dry it out, and do what they got to do. Welcome to the prison, man. So if you youngins want to go into the prison to experience that, you do that. I'm talking about a man spitting in a water bottle, man. Oh. You see how people spit out tobacco? And dudes picking that out of the garbage and selling it. And then dudes would take that after they done dried it out. They'll put it in the glove. You know what I mean? If they call them to leave in the morning on the airlift, they put it in one of those little plastic kitchen gloves, take the finger off and stuff it with that tobacco, swallow that shit. When they go to the next jail, they selling that police's diseases from the previous jail, taking it to the new jail on the airlift. Don't say I didn't tell you, man. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. These are the extremes that you have to go through if you want to smoke tobacco in the joint. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know that one cigarette, I'm going to give you the game. Because you know I'm a hustler. I'm going to give you the game. Do you know that one cigarette, you take it and you cut it 8 different little times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 little times. And each one of those little clips, the 8 clips, go for $5. And if you think about it, each clip, I used to smoke the cigarettes in there. I ain't gonna lie, I never smoked that old chew and all that junk, you know what I mean? But I'm saying I just smoke cigarettes, buy cigarettes from dudes, you know what I mean? But one cigarette that they cut 8 times, you understand what I'm saying, is worth $5, a $5 Booker stamp. Well, a Booker stamp, a book of 20 stamps is worth $5 because 25 cents for each stamp. There's 20 stamps in a book, so that's $5. You understand what I'm saying? for a Booker stamp. Now they're going for seven, maybe 8, who knows? You know what I mean? What they selling it for, because the black market always cheaper in there. But this is the type of thing that I'm talking about, man. You take that one cigarette, you cut 8 pieces, so now you made 8 times 5 is $45 from one cigarette. You know what I mean? So you take 10 cigarettes and you got $450. You understand what I'm saying? You double that to the 20 cigarettes that come in a pack. That's $900 to $1,000 for a pack of cigarettes in the prison. Could you imagine a police officer feel like he's not getting paid enough? He can't pay his bills. He just got a new baby coming. He going to the strip club. He got a new girl. Whatever reasons he got for more finances to come. And then here comes an inmate. Tell him, look, I give you $1,000 for one pack of cigarettes. And they bringing cigarettes in to smoke anyway. But we never gave them that much. We'll give them $500 for a carton. You know what I mean? You pay the police $500 for a carton. You know, $500 for 10 packs. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. $500 for 10 packs of cigarettes. So they killing them. So they might bring in 5 cartons. But then we sell each pack in there for like $250, $300. So the next person got room to cut them down as those little clips. But now those little clips that they talking about cutting them down, let me tell you why I stopped smoking cigarettes in there. Because I thought about it one day. I said, damn, I'm taking one cigarette and I'm clip 8 times. And I'm selling each one of those clips for $5. So when they roll that up, and myself, when I roll that up and I take a pull of that, by the time I smoke that, all I'm paying is $5 for one puff of a cigarette. And you're doing this throughout the day because you want that nicotine rush to hold that little tobacco in to feel like you're doing something. So $5 for a puff of a cigarette. Could you imagine if you walking down the street and you could sell one puff of a cigarette for $5? You know you'll be rich. But in jail, that's the way they do it, man. But you know, all that stemmed from the Con Air. I wanted to tell you about how that go. But like I said, everybody been on the Con Air, man. El Chapo, you know what I mean? Everybody been through Oklahoma if you're going anywhere from one coast to the other, because that's the main hub. It's a big building that they they put a tarmac that come out from the building. The plane pull up to the building. The plane pull it, they go to the plane, and then the tarmac come out like this, and you walk right on into the tarmac, like how you walk off on the airplane, and you walk into this big office building that's converted into a prison with cells and doctor's office. They got the game and ran with it, man. They paying for our labor like a mother. You know what I mean? So, I mean, come on, man. So if that's what you want, you know, go on to prison. They got plenty of cigarettes for you to smoke. You know what I mean? That niggas is spitting out their mouth. That police spitting out their mouth. Could you imagine smoking another man's spit? You just smoking another man's spit? Come on, man. Let me get up out of here, man. But like I said, you know what I mean? Stay out there, people. Man, don't go to prison, man. It ain't worth it.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling till the cops make an audio.
Moving like
Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. Yui back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, Yui got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.